Hey guys, Katie. I'm back on Scene Investigators today. So, there's some interviews with the suspects. Christy, hello, Miss Carter. Can you please answer my question? Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. What was the question again? Did you go to see Brian on the 31st of May? No. Did you have any physical contact with him at all during this week? No. When was the last time you met or spoke with Brian? Maybe a week and a half ago? Are you aware that Mr. Brian Olson is dead? What? Are are you sure? He was killed last night in his apartment. Where were you on the night of the 31st of May? I I was at home. So you're also in the band. Yes, play the bass. I also play guitar, but I usually end up playing the bass. So how would you describe your relationship with Brian? Brian? Honestly, he's more of Eric's friend than mine. Eric and I have known each other since elementary and have been tight since. Eric introduced me to Brian in high school and we started playing together. Can you go over your accounts of the incident? I was working for most of the day. I eventually left and headed. Hold on. Okay. I eventually left and I headed to Brian's place. I bumped into Grace at the lobby and we both went up together. What time did you arrive? Maybe around 6:45? Do you recall seeing anyone right before entering the apartment? No, I mean, other than the guy at the front desk. All of us had something to drink, so something might be unclear. I do remember Grace was being pretty obnoxious the whole night. After I finished my drink, I left the apartment. Why did you leave? As I mentioned to the other officer, Brian was smoking heavily and I can't stand the smell of it. Where'd you go? I went back home. Was anybody with you at the time? Anybody who could corroborate your story? No, not even the man at the front desk. Look, this is getting annoying. I didn't do anything wrong. You got nothing on me. Just let me go. And suspect 3, Lisa. Lisa, yes, I am one of your tenants of the apartment. How close are you with your brother? Close enough. I mean, we don't talk about deep things or anything. He mostly keeps to himself. Are you aware of the allegations towards him? Huh? What allegations? Okay, let's change the topic. Out of all the attendees, has any of them shown any violent behaviors or tendencies? Violent? Not really. Well, actually, Andrew has been suspended a few times for getting into fights. Can you recall the last time he got into a fight? Last week, actually. He and this other guy were fighting over a girl. Wait, you guys don't actually think he did it, right? Do you usually lock the door for your room? Yes, I like to keep my room private. Brian sometimes has friends over, so I lock it anytime I have to head out. But you said you lost your key. I was coming back from a friend's house and I must have accidentally left it there. What time did you leave your friend's house? Around 6:30 p.m. So, how did you get into the apartment? Well, it was already open. Most of them were already inside. Brian must have let them in. What time did you arrive? Around 7. Do you keep a spare key? Yes, we keep a spare on the kitchen wall, but it was missing. Someone must have taken it. Can you recall exactly when you noticed the spare key went missing? I checked as soon as I came back, but it was already gone. So how did you get into your room? Brian used his key set to let me in. Do you often have parties at your apartment? Yes, mostly for special occasions, but sometimes just to hang out on the weekend. Is there often alcohol involved? Yes. Andrew usually buys the drinks for us. Could you repeat what you told us? I was asleep. I woke up, it was dark. I went to the restroom and that's when I saw him lying there in his room. I didn't know what to do. And then what happened? I panicked and screamed. Moments later, Andrew came running by, gave me a panic attack. Do you have any suspicion as to who his murderer could be? I don't know. I don't understand how this could happen. We are all really good friends. Andrew, can you please account when you and the others arrived at the apartment? Well, I arrived at the apartment around the same time as Lisa and everybody was already there, so I don't know when the others arrived. What happened after? I don't know, man. I thought you have all the answers. It's after midnight. I'm tired as hell. I gotta go soon. What happened after? I was in the toilet puking for quite a bit, and then I woke up Eric. And where was Jack during this time? I don't know. None of us saw him for the rest of the night. You were the one who brought the drinks to the party, correct? Yes. You're not old enough to drink. How did you purchase them? Did you contaminate the drinks in any capacity? What? Of course I didn't contaminate the drinks. You do know that underage drinking or purchase of alcohol is a misdemeanor. Really? That's all you've got? I thought you guys were trying to solve a murder. Get serious. This is a complete waste of time. None of my friends did what you're suggesting. Grace, can you elaborate more on your relationship with Brian? I already told you. He and I have been dating for about a year and things were going well. Can you please tell me your accounts of the evening? Look, Christy is 100% guilty here. That lying bitch has been trying to get in between Brian and I ever since we got together. She can't stomach that he chose me and not her. I'm telling you, that girl is batshit psycho. Please calm down, Miss Burns. Don't tell me to calm down. That girl should be behind bars. Please just answer the question. Fine, I arrived at the apartment same time as Jack. We got out of the elevator just in time to see Christy leave the apartment and run off. Why the hell was she even there? Does she not even... Miss Burns, please focus. Are you sure you saw Miss Carter leave the apartment? Oh, 100%. She's the only girl in this world that has dyed green hair and braids her hair like that. Please continue. After Andrew came with the drinks, we all started to play a drinking game. This went on for most of the night, and I eventually knocked out. Can you recall if anybody passed out before you did? Sorry, I can't. I completely blacked out. I guess I must have drank a bit too much, because the cops already arrived by the time I woke up. Eric, can you please account when you and the others arrived at the apartment? I know I was the fourth to arrive. Brian, Grace, and Jack were already there. I must have missed something because Grace's attitude was off the entire time. Maybe Grace and Brian had a fight. I have no idea. I was super glad when Lisa arrived. She always livens the mood. I think Andrew was the last to come. He's always late for everything. Were you drinking that night? We all were. Grace usually doesn't drink that much, but that night she was chugging as if there was no tomorrow. Anything to note of that night? I'm not sure how drunk I was, but I do remember Jack and Brian were arguing for a bit. Things got pretty heated, but Brian eventually got up and locked himself in his room. You were the one who called 911, correct? Yes. It says here on the report that you discovered the body and called law enforcement after 2 hours. Why did it take you so long for you to call law enforcement? Because Andrew was completely against it. And why was he against calling the authorities? Something about underage drinking and him getting in more trouble than the rest of us. I see. Look, I know he's a little dumb at times, but trust me, he didn't do this. Error. Mike stopped working. What part of I don't remember much do you not understand? Please calm down. We just want to clarify certain details. Please tell us again. Like I said, I was drinking heavily that night. I must have passed out because the last moment I remember was Andrew waking me up by pouring water on my face. Lisa tells me that you had a pretty big argument with Brian last week. Want to tell me about that? Seriously? You guys are reaching. He was on my case about interrupting rehearsals with my mistakes. I've been busy recently, so I haven't had much time to practice. But come on, there's no way I'll kill him over something like that. I have my pride as a musician. I was gonna show him up with my... Not sure right now who I'm suspecting yet. I don't know if I can look. Okay, I can. Okay. Foosball table. Backpack. What's that? Dear Mr. and Miss Carter, welcome to Noble's 2003 Summer School. Your student schedule for the Nobles Public High School 2003 Summer Academic Program can be found in your NPS portal account. The schedule includes the course number, name, and teacher assignment. Once students have picked up their summer school package and submitted their summer pass form with school security, they will be ready to start. This program offers students the option of earning credits and beginning the school year in line, to graduate with their class. Enclosed are a summer school course list and a registration form / student contract that should be read and signed by the student and parent or guardian. Summer school starts on Tuesday, June 3rd and ends after classes on Friday, August 1st. Any student who plans to attend must be present from the first day. The registration, student contract form, and a check for the full tuition of $225 per course are due on or before the first class. These courses will be offered only if enrollment is sufficient. Please note that your student's summer school grade does not replace any failing grade earned during the regular school year. The summer school course allows your student to earn credit to meet specific graduation requirements. Please review the general information enclosed in this letter. We look forward to a successful summer experience. Grease on the elbow, mouthing off today. This world can be a little scary. I admit I heard countless horror stories in the night. Lines blurred, confused and hurt, and oh, I tell myself, no more. I'm looking for a haven in this wasteland. Go insane, then I hear a voice remind me you are stronger than you seem, you're smarter than you think. This world can be a little, okay, new day, but feels like I am living through the same old thing, repeating my mistakes, and say that I'm okay, but that's precisely what it means to go insane and to go insane. Then I heard a voice remind me you are stronger than you seem, you're smarter than you think. Okay. Hey, I know we're becoming better friends than we have been. I just feel like I owe it to myself to get this out. Christy, I do have feelings for you, and I'm really nervous to tell you this. By this, I'm not asking you to return these feelings, nor am I asking you to be anything more than you have been to. Okay. How to survive on your own. That's where he was found. Messenger, private chat. Can you come over to my place this Saturday? I want to go over bass arrangement for the new song. I'll come over after 5 if that's cool. I'll be at my dad's store until then. That reminds me, do you think your dad would be willing to be our sponsor for our next gig? I can ask. Sweet. Let me know what he says. I faxed you something. Did you get it? Hey babe, what am I looking at? This just came in today. Keep this between us, please. I don't want anyone else to know about this. Is this true? Of course not. You think I'd be sharing this if it was true? I bet you $1,000,000 it was Christy. I was thinking the same. Can you talk to her? I swear I'm going to kill her next time I see her. Calm down. Don't make this worse than it is. Just talk to her. Only she can make this go away. Fine. Dude, you can't just bail. I'm really sorry. Something came up. We can't practice without a drummer, and you're the only one who knows how to play the drums. Do you know how important this gig is? Hey guys, we need to practice this week. Can we meet up this Tuesday? Sorry, no can do. I have a track meet on Tuesday. I have a race coming up real soon. I can't do Tuesday either. I agreed to help my dad at his store. Seems that most of us can't make it. Let's reschedule. What about Thursday? Thursday's fine with me. I'm good for Thursday. Same here. Cool. Vader 217, as you all know, a few of us are going to be graduating. We're going to have a grad party at our place 7 p.m. on Saturday. Let's go. I'm bringing drinks. Okay, so Andrew is the one who likes Christy, I think. Why can't we all go to the arcade? Arcade, really? I don't understand how you enjoy that boring place. And what? Chugging a whole bottle of Cordia Light is fun for you? I think the arcade is fine. Chill, guys. I already made the preparations. I just want to enjoy our last time as high schoolers together. Someone needs to watch over Eric. Make sure he doesn't drink so much. Party pooper. You barfed all over the couch, you boozer. Took me a week to get rid of the smell. Okay, geez, I'll be more careful next time. Great, we'll see each other this coming Saturday then. If you have questions or concerns, message me in this group chat. Hey, what time are we gathering again? Scroll up, you idiot. We already mentioned the time. I think he's Jack. Okay, Dead Ironclad Killers. Brian. 18, Jack. School District of Queens, notice of suspension. Student report of that Brian Olsen had sexually assaulted her. Oh. That's serious. Really serious. I thought it was going to be for a fight, but wow. These are serious allegations, so the school contacted law enforcement and an investigation will be conducted. We ask that all parties involved keep this to themselves until the investigation has concluded. The parents of both parties have been notified. Bathroom. I have no reflection. I'm a vampire. Girls only, no boys allowed. Messenger, group chat, grad party. Okay, already. Hey guys, even though school is over, do you guys still want to meet up and practice in the summer? I'm fine with meeting up, but my family and I are going out of town around the end of July. Anybody else? Well, nobody answered. Poor kitty. Guess who I saw trying to walk home with Christy today? You're definitely overreacting. Girl, I'm telling you, he's 100% into Christy. I bet you that's the only reason he joined the tennis club. Haha, if it is, thank God he did. He's one of our best players. He's gonna have a tough time getting through her brothers. I know all of them, they're all pretty nice guys. I don't know if you heard, but word is going around that Christy was sexually assaulted by someone at school. She hasn't been to school in a few days. What? You better not be joking. What's the school doing about it? They haven't issued any statement yet. Hopefully it's nothing. You know how she is. She's such a drama queen. Yikes. You're lucky you have your brother. What's... Thank you. Thank you? What's that supposed to mean? He's a big guy. Even guys are intimidated by him. A perfect creep deterrent. Gesture. Hey, have you heard from Christy? She hasn't been to school in a few days and she's not picking up. You haven't heard? Casey told me that she was sexually assaulted by someone. WTF, please tell me they caught this. MF. Easy there, cowboy. It's just a rumor and the school hasn't said anything yet. Hopefully it's nothing. Andrew could have killed him. Since Christy is graduating this year, we'll need a new captain. I think you'd be a good fit. What do you think? I was hoping you'd be up for the task. Let's talk about this tomorrow at school. I gotta go soon. KK. TTYO. It was Brian, right? I think it was Lisa. Who's sports bag? Andrew? Who's the killer? Andrew. I think. Done with case file?
Well
3
done.
out of 4.
You've passed this case file.
What did I get wrong? I'm kind of curious. What did I get wrong?
Which case file would you like to tackle?
Okay. So, I guess Jack was the killer. But how?
Loading scenario. Loading complete. Good luck.
Well, I guess because he was gone for a while. I don't know. Put it in.
Well done. You've passed this case file. Which case file would you like to tackle? Loading bloodbath. Loading complete. Good luck.
A lot of questions in this one. Front desk. Okay. Some package. Due to current state and county policies, we're sorry to inform you that the package was not permitted to be sent out from any of our local offices until we gain clearance. To start the procedure and gain the right paperwork, make sure to call 404 0100 126 6381. Ooh. Not good. Oh, blood. Okay, says hi. Detective Darren. Summons for next month. Meet the new beacon bell toll. When the bell tolls, it tolls for them. Power unbridled, the bell toll is constructed to be the ultimate answer to the universe as a whole. It is the beacon's personal magnum opus. In a call to arms for every man, woman, and even child, the bell toll is ingeniously designed to hold 10 rounds of 40 super firepower. Proven eternal like all beacon pistols, the bell toll has a reliable durability and toughness that is expected from the beacon lineup, able to perform flawlessly in every environment you can be exposed to. It resists rust, corrosion, scratching, and abuse. The familiar natural grip material of the bell toll, 40s maintain, or .40s, maintains the utmost comfort for you. Our loyal militia, simply unstoppable. The Bell Toll 40s is easy to operate and has installed the unique Safe Prov system for smooth, consistent trigger action. Easy to strip down and maintain, the Bell Toll 40s consists of only 25 parts, 3 pins, and not one single screw. Harry can be trusted. See if Judge V can get back on warrant. Don't answer calls today. Ask Harry about Jay's case. Harry wants answers yesterday. Right. BBQ next week. Smith says we need to call back. Open today. Meet with Philip at 11-ish with Piggy. Smith says hello. Open today. Meet with Philip at, okay, yeah. Whatever. Lipidine time? Late onset schizophrenia? First aid kit with a note on it. Get refill. Morning stroll. Buy more drinks from Walmart. Harry asked for papers again. Find them. Need a new bag of wrappers. Morning walk, 10:30-ish. Paperwork for the rest of day. Withdraw from bank before coming to office. Check with bank in the morning before office. Morning walk, 10:30. $9.20, supplying office donuts today. Used $20 found yesterday. New medication today. Not like the old stuff I was using. It's got a bit more of a kick to it. I know my doctor told me to likely avoid this if I'm on anything else, but he said it was a great alternative if I start to notice a dip in the other medicine. 9298. It seems to be doing fine. I don't notice any difference just yet, but it gets the job done. My headache is still there though. 9398. Well, I don't feel so weird anymore. I think it's good. 94. So far, so good. The headaches are just dull. 95. I think it's just another fine day. The whispering stopped. 9698. Thumbs up for this stuff. 97. It's only been a week, but I can say that this got the job done just fine. My headaches are still there, but they hardly compare with the normal ones. 9898. My trial amount ran out today. Bought some pain reliever to help the layover until I can get another bottle in 2 days. I don't know why they always have to drip feed the amount. 99. He didn't say anything. 910. I almost collapsed when I finally got the stuff yesterday. It's a fast actor, however. Came in a little late though, so I could get worse stuff to quiet down. 91198. And now it's completely normal again. I'm stretching a little to make sure I can pay for this next time, because it works 100%. It is hampering my other expenses, however. 913 nothing. 914 98. Almost had an issue, didn't take one as an experiment yesterday. I think even by the end of the day, Baker was a little concerned. Feels good, no issues to report today. You know, I think that the prior medicine was just putting me off. You could tell me green men had taken over the government and I would have bought it. 917, all good. Had to buy another bottle in the morning, completely out of money though. I'm going to have to start a second job or something to help pay for my issues. Thumbs up again. I can't find the medicine. I left it in my car. Now it's gone. I've been doing fine for the most part. I need to find it again, at least before my issues crop up again. My headaches have already returned. I just don't want to hear the voices. Not good. Not looking good. September 98. I forgot my wallet today at home. I couldn't enter the office until Richard opened the door for me. I wish I had him as a partner. He never complains. He's just quiet and gets things done. He next to never talks at all. At least I can't remember any time off the top of my head. Harry's quiet, but in a way that makes you worry from time to time, especially when he's drunk. September 13th, 1998. Cannot pay off my rent this month. Need money really soon, like hella soon. Mike doesn't have a kind shred in his heart. Was an ass about lunch the other day, too. September 18th, 1998. The fat tub of lard came in panting today during lunch. I told him to try using pig insulin instead. He spat at me. I don't really care. He tried to jip me again. I thought him getting offended might make him think about my situation and how he might be able to relate, but it obviously didn't work. Richard walked in today. He just stared at my poster for a bit before leaving. Maybe I can talk to him and see if he'll back me up and get our entire office upgraded. I've been wanting that gun for a while now. I can just taste it. Sometimes, broken gun like, fancy features are what I want. Beanbag, where are you? Tired money speaks, stiff and tired, basketball refineries. Good night. I'm really sorry, I'm still unable to find that medication. I wrote word salad in the afternoon, it seems. I'm doing better after taking my cocktail of pills. Richard broke his gun, that's why he came in yesterday. I'll ask the chief again if he can get a special order in. I want something like my fancy baby to be standard issue. I wouldn't mind something even crazier, like the revolvers that Harry has on his walls. His obsession with guns is alarming. But maybe that's going too far. I'm only worried that Harry would get one of these suckers. He's already a kill shot with one of the peace shooters. I got pulled in by the chief today. He asked me about Harry. Seems like they're doing a general evaluation. I answered pretty casually. They asked if I knew about any evidence going missing recently. I'm able to say confidently that it wasn't Harry. I've only seen him party hard with booze anyway. I now think I'm seeing a unique pattern in the rug. It helps me clear my head and think about certain people. Still, the medicine is gone and I don't like thinking about this. My headaches are back in full swing. Took Harry out of our case. They put in Michael Snyder. I hate that man. I cannot accept this. I refuse to ever work with him again. And I will force them to realize this. Somebody will understand. He's been cruel and some stuff recently too. making jokes about issues that the others still haven't clued in on. If he makes another one of those jokes, I'm going to blow a gasket. I hate him so much, and the position I'm in makes me feel like shit. Planner with nothing in it. They're watching. Okay. Smith wonders if Mike still has Christmas CD. 9 hours for photo lab. Don't call. Local school, no record for issues with kids. Keeler Weekly. Breaking Easter mourns sacred silence. A shootout occurred after inmates escapes prison. Yesterday, as the sun peaked beyond the valley's silent guardian mountains, gunfire poured over Detective Darren Nakamura's head. As our town was gathering to pray and observe this Easter Sunday, Detective Nakamura was praying for his own life as he defended ours. His partner, Detective Baker, was away on assignment in Bindler City, and Darren was all alone. An escapee from Sun City Detention Center, Adam McDaniel, was running rampant on our streets before he was finally shot dead by our brave detective. Detective Nakamura had been on McDaniel's trail for over 2 days, sniffing every plausible rat hole the man was known to be familiar with. It was on the eve of Easter Sunday that Nakamura found out that McDaniel knew a friend of here in Keeler, an old one from a high school in Glendale. Upon cluing in, he began the hunt proper. Laying low and watching from afar, our detective began to try to understand how to best proceed. State officials were called in to help, but they were still hours away when the fugitive burst from his friend's home, curiously watching as McDaniel jumped into a green sedan. Nakamura wondered about the friend. The door was left ajar for 20 minutes before he approached. Inside, Detective Nakamura discovered Christopher Preffler, dead from an apparent gunshot wound to the head. It was then that Detective Nakamura knew he'd have to pursue with no help or backup. He'd have to stop the killer before any other issue ensued. Tearing about, Nakamura looked high and low for the stolen vehicle. It was at the corner of Flint and 9th that he sighted the sedan. Without having time to check in, he jumped out and approached, and in a second a flurry of gunfire erupted from the sedan's back. As McDaniel exited and began to flee on foot, Nakamura gave chase. With the grace of a trained professional, he was able to cripple the fugitive with a shot to the leg. Proper shootout began with this, and Nakamura was forced to retreat for cover, but after agonizing minutes, the shots came less and less. The detective was then able to get a shot in and killed McDaniel dead. State officials have still closed off the corner and Mr. Preffler's house until all evidence has been properly collected. Detective Nakamura has been given some time off as the case proceeds. But with that time off, we hope he knows he did our town a great, amazing favor. New coffee filters. Ask Ruby about mom. Bachelor's in Science of Criminal Justice with all the honors, rights, and privileges there to pertaining given on the 21st of July in the year 1989. State of Nevada, Office of the Attorney General. This is to certify that Darren Nakamura has completed the Nevada Peace Officer Basic Training Program. She can help with money. Wait till Thursday. Can't block him anymore. Can't call Valentine about Judge's health. See if tires are all ready. Dorian High School's number. He keeps saying hello. Package should come soon. Okay. Legal advice for Harry's inspection. See if Judge V can get back. Call Jeannie about order. Smith wonders if Mike still has a Christmas card. I think I already read that. Town dinner celebration at the Colorvo Public Library. Color just hit 23,000. We're almost at 25K for our own town's population. Sutton County is now nearing 800K. You're invited to a small dinner celebration at the library at 6:30 p.m. Invite your neighbors, coworkers, even the whole family. Today's morning and noon shift, Nakamura to unlock our squad racks. In equipment room and unlock doors, bolts to meet with department head. Baker to come in and finish report before additional meeting. Damn it. Donuts coming in hot. Jimmy from 2 offices over is supplying today. Dang it, why does it keep getting loud? Morning announcements on PA. Snyder and Bolts to talk with department head. Expected call later today to Bolts from HR. Escort of prisoner 1 and 2 to respective interrogation cells. Transfer of keys to Snyder. Questioning of prisoners. Switch at 12:45. Lunch break begins. Harry in charge of watching over prisoners. Lunch break is over. Baker meeting with department head. Reacquired equipment check over by Bolts. Bolts reconfirm with department head about reacquired equipment. Baker's officially on paid leave. Please refer to Snyder for respective cases. Refer to late noon and evening and night shift for other stuffs. We've had a number of recent complaints about drinking occurring throughout the offices. Due to the current influx of these complaints, we will address our stance here. Do not drink during work hours. Drinking is an adequate manner to alleviate the stresses felt doing this job. We understand this and we will refuse any manner of taking that away from you. However, during work hours, we ask that you remain sober. Drinking inside the office is perfectly okay during lunch hours or off time. If anyone is caught drinking during hours, they will have a strike on their record. If one's work is determined to have taken a dip in productivity and we discover that consumption of alcohol is the cause, a strike will be placed on their record. I love how they say that it's okay during lunch hours to drink, what if somebody just drinks a whole bunch during lunch and then just goes back on work? They're gonna be drunk. I don't think you should drink on the job, but okay, which one's this one? Okay, Harry's. Inspection procedure change sounds like a no. He's in the clear to tip. all hail the gold medalist of the 1982 NB Sharpshooting State Competition, Semper Fi. National Veterans Long Gun Competition of 1986 in appreciation of your many years of dedicated service to our country and to your talent as a veteran sharpshooter. We salute you. Bartholomew Baker, Lieutenant in the United States Union Cavalry, 5th Cavalry Union Medal. Judge R has given clear. K6 paper sign verify. Get more floppies. Flop disks. Bullet. Call the mother. Judge K is still sick. Maybe buy a bigger object and sneak it inside that. See if Jim and Postal can get package to slip in. Everybody wants that package, don't they? Gil was murdered here. But his body was found in Trent. Call her back next week. Hold on. Mom's number. Mom's name is Jasmine. Ask N if he can take call. Call her back next week. School says call back tomorrow. School says no records on history. Plane leaves tomorrow. Get plane ticket. Mom isn't talking. And he just used that as a poster. Hey, man. Okay. Inspection reconfirms tip. Impossible timing. Get back on records with county. When printing this ticket off of our website on the World Wide Web, please be sure to keep 3 copies. The first is for the official at the front desk of the airlines. The second is in case the official takes your first copy so you can still verify yourself with the attendant at the gate. The third is a backup copy for your own records. Okay. There's a lot to cover here. Rubik's Cube. Senior Detective. Please call if you have anything you wish to report. Write recommendations for Mendoza. Fackner needs report. Morning Road Incident 1972. Look up. Call Mary from CSCPD. Has to fax report. Fax Chief Weekly Breakdown. Fax Judge K with paperwork. Judge V's C still hasn't faxed. Mike wants Ovaltree. Average gunfight too short for Sun City running killer cases. Check over file reports about case, gun range, meet with new witness for case 2. Report about meeting yesterday and meeting today. Open office in the morning with Mike. Open all equipment, lockers. Call witness number 3 for case. General meeting in office. '24 shopping for office. Request new firearm. Turn keys over to Nakamura. So Nakamura opens at 9:25. 12:45 meet with Carl. Tristan, Mike's gonna join a little late. $1:30 lunch. 4:45 report about meeting yesterday and meeting today. $9:26 meeting with chief, likely about recent issues and new employees. Small dinner with Nakamura and Susan. She's asking if I can buy more potato salad. This is empty. Alcoholism, an addiction to the consumption of alcohol, alcoholic liquor, or the mental illness and compulsive behavior resulting from alcoholic dependency. This must be properly observed for a set amount of time before action may be used against the offending officer. September 12, 1998. Nakamura bugged me today after lunch about if Susan could offer a smaller type deal, but I told him that she wouldn't. He wants petty change, enough to buy fountain drinks and ramen, probably. Susan already expressed that she wasn't interested unless he had enough to pay off his already late rental charges and then some. I told him to just harass Mike for some change, if it's just for snacks and stuff like that. I mean, he's always got cash just lying around. I know Mike might not help given his dislike for the guy. Okay. I'm writing that down. But it'd be worth a try. Nakamura just turned and left. Seems like that put him into one of his moods. It's been a long day. There's just been so much going on in our current case. Both Mike and I hit the mother lode. This is the holy witness we've been waiting for. She's going to break the entire case against Carl Tristan. From her notes, we can read that the 11 kilograms of DDP-39 that the company was transporting was switched out at the last second for another trucker. Tristan didn't mishandle the insider stuff. He was either set up or a very unfortunate victim of pure coincidence, whatever it is. This is evidence enough for us to pull this out of the fridge and grab any warrants that we'll need. September 16th, 1998. I just need Baker to not keel over and die. I found him on the corner of Swiss and Western this morning. He was a complete wreck. Dragged him here in the car. He's a liability right now. That evidence for his case a few years back went missing. 90% sure he just partied all night with the final portion of it. Nakamura may be the largest hiring blunder we had in the last decade, but if Harry doesn't shape up and stop running afoul, then even Nakamura may seem like a decent partner. And if this goes on just a little more, we'll really have to confront him. Note, have the back seat washed before the party next week. September 18, 1998. I'd rather that Nakamura and Mike not constantly try and get in each other's way. The bickering is constant on most normal days. They are often testy after their individual morning talks. I think they'll likely run into each other and fight. Today is exactly one of those days. They come back in at the same time and were complaining about something that I care too little to understand. I really did try and ease the tension, but Mike was playing hard ass. Well, it got to the point that Nakamura got quiet. It set Mike off and he understood to shut up. Baker just watched the entire show. He was waxing his swords. He gets some type of sick player watching all this. He gets some type of sick pleasure watching all this. I can feel it. If Nakamura is the nutcase, then Baker is the lost cause. I got to meet him today. He looked healthy. Seems fine. He's unusually well for someone in his shoes, rather than for someone who's had all their stuff taken from them. The bank literally got rid of all his possessions. His health is good and he's showing no signs of a relapse from his prior issues. Baker was yanked from his case this morning. Mike is now in charge of questioning Philip Clemens tomorrow. So he may join me a little later with Carl. From what I've heard, the man's just going to get some potentially heavy charges, but they're also offering a massive deal if he happens to just babble long enough about his friends out on the street. I don't think Mike is very excited. I think he respected Baker enough that he's peeved at all this. He never liked Darren since he fudged the big case last year. Those two together will be messy. Baker was passive, a little too passive. He immediately ordered a plane ticket over the phone. Lots of mumbling. He's been acting off since his last shootout. So, these people don't even like each other. Behind the badge, Nevada State has selected our very own Richard Boltz as the Highway Patrol of the Year. We're overjoyed that the city of Brendler has been able to rise again and claim 2 of the 3 annual awards that our state hands out. Richard Bolt was hired as a cadet after graduating a rigorous civilian course back in the summer of 1973. He was noted as the quickest in his class and as the one with most leadership potential by the instructor. During his 4.5 years of service, he has been noted to work as part of patrol in criminal investigation before just last year joining State's Highway Patrol. In a small interview with our paper, Officer Bolt has noted his delight in being given this prestigious award. I would like to thank my wife, my chief, and the state for being able to give me the courage and fortitude to do my job. We hope Officer Bolt's the best, and we can rest assured that the roads around Brendler are safer with him protecting us. Next week, we'll be covering Brendler's other Officer of the Year, Officer Catherine Page. These ice skates, can they feasibly pierce bone? Draw up sheets for new ship layout. Frank Wendell, shattered neck bones and 3 ribs, 1990, March 3rd. Statement from Hoodie Kid, contradicts. Harry, stuff in lockup, tell Rich. Get Dick to write up report. Reassure Grady on processing. We'll be doing patrol next week. Maybe, okay. Clara needs bank to call. Bank teller Martin, rough voice. Fax for Roger. Money stolen from Roger, 9,000. Maybe was fratricide. Receive docs from guard, need proper procedure. Call person of interest number 3, 9, and 2 for Frank's case. Ooh, she's asking for me to look into Payne's Creek. Wow. Hey, Judge K's new assistant, Rachel, pledgy sounding. Strict regulations on meet between Jenny and Ben about Judy. I like that little, Easter egg to Payne's Creek. Baker just broke his 2-month separation from booze. Drank through most of his fridge the other day. He gave me a bottle as long as I kept him company. I was glad enough to do so. I think Clara would like him, but he's too offensive to have around the kids. Hand that new folder to Dick tomorrow. He's authorizing something for case 2. Sounds like we have someone who's coming in to talk. Note, have enough money on the side now to buy Clara that nice dress. September 4th, 1998. Baker keeps laughing each time I ask the guys to grab donuts. I think his frustration is starting to bleed through. His last case hasn't had a breakthrough, because Naka keeps dragging his feet, and since Baker himself is actually forced to stay in here. Grab Carl Tristan for questioning from NLSJ. We may have had a break. Bits of evidence that should have been brought forward a decade ago. Also, don't trust Nakamura until you know that he actually has his wallet on him. He keeps muttering how it's not his fault when he's asking for something that he cannot pay for. I'm not a charity. Sometimes we fail the right people. Looking at the stuff we have, Tristan should be a free man. He's been left behind and lost a decade and a half of his life. Just poof. Gone. We're going to try and get somebody above to hear us out. It'll take time, but he can handle it. He's a tough soul. September 9th, 1998. It's now $50 for the entire package, and it's not like there's much in there in the first place. The thing is always light as a damn feather. Disgusting. Shitty, slimy, shady. They know I need it, and they're gonna ride me for every penny. This isn't something recreational, for crying out loud. My life actually depends on this. September 12th, 1998. I had a good laugh when I went with Baker and Nakamura for lunch. Baker barely smiled, but I think he liked being out of the office. Nakamura just nodded a lot, acts like he can actually follow discussion. Stupid moron. Like a dog or something. I made him pay for the lunch. I ain't paying after he stiffed me last week. September 21st, 1998. I went shooting with Dick today. His standard carry broke. If only I could get the security video feed for that. I've been pestering him about requesting a new one the other week. I think I'll be able to have a good rapport with Phil. Seems like he's grown in the area. He was arrested with our team's hockey jersey on, but also like 30 pounds of marijuana. Seems to be a decent guy from his wife and brother's statements, just down on his luck. He's also using a little of what he was dealing. That's rule number 1, just don't touch what you sell. It always makes things harder, but at least I have a few jokes that I think he'll be able to laugh at. I just have to make sure Nakamura doesn't screw with this. He needs to keep quiet when I'm trying to connect with Phil. We're not doing any sort of act, but you're keeping everything straight. Milk Pops. Make case to chief. Cleaning a gun, a manual. Alright, oval tree, send 300 to repair shop. Grocery list. Running low, look for cheap stuff if push comes to shove. Make sure to order another delivery by tomorrow. Supply already. Bread, onions, milk, and cheese. S is an F. Clara, toothpaste for kids and salmon. Spicy juice. Whoa. Evidence is sufficient. Out of order. Oh, there's another body and another one. And another one. It's 4. As we age, we change. Sometimes we may feel different, sometimes we may not even recognize ourselves, and we know it's not right, but we are all in this together. As part of last year's new regulations passed by the state, we'll be continuing the new annual officer screening process. We're aiming to have a bunch of balanced policy options and aim to be flexible in helping officers. You are the lifeblood of this county, and we aim to work with you. Just take everything in stride and be yourself. If you think you have an issue, reach out and get help. Everyone around cares for you. Hawaiian shirt. Oh gosh, more. They weren't kidding when they said it's a bloodbath. You are a cop. Your duty is the great people of this town. Your duty does not end after 5 p.m. Your duty doesn't end after leaving these doors. Your duty doesn't even end after leaving this town itself. It's always there. You are a pillar of this community, required by the concept of a law-abiding society. Some view this as a necessary evil. Show them that it's good. There's 2 right there. There's 6 bodies, I think.
Well done. You've passed this case file. Congratulations. You are now an official licensed investigator. How was the exam? Now that it's over, how do you feel? Now that you've completed the exam, feel free to revisit any case file to improve your overall grade. Having said that, welcome to the agency. We'll see you on Monday.
Oh. What? Is it done? But I thought there were more. Hmm. I'm confused. Okay, well, this is interesting. Hmm. Hmm.